Yo, yo, yo. What's up, cocks? What's up, all the cocks all over the world? How you doing? Yeah. Yeah. How does it feel? Get cocked, get cocked, get cocked. Yeah. Just kidding. I'm not trying to make you guys cry. Being cuckolded is one of the, most painful things. Actually, let's talk about pain. I was wondering about this today. Why? Why is emotional pain a thing? And and how is emotional pain different from physical pain? Manning Oni-chan, Manning Fisty, Manning Exocet, Manning Sheeple, Manning Luxafate, thank you for calling me Maple. Manning Xenomorphica, Manning Boon126, good Manning Master Protos, thank you for welcoming me to the stream. Good Manning Nalatic, long time no see. Manning Random Passerby, Manning Rainy Teeny Zero, Manning LDTGX. My throat feels like a chain smoker's throat, but I didn't smoke any cigarettes, not recently. Anyway, I don't know if I want to read this. I don't know if I want to read this. I don't know if I want to read this either. I leave it alone. Ah, I was thinking about it today because, did I say good morning to you, Ryu? If I didn't, good morning. Yesterday and the day before that and the day before that, I was feeling a lot of physical pain. I was sure, I was certain, I'm still quite certain. My I don't know, I'm like, before I was like 85% sure that I have metastatic cancer from my esophagus down to like my, what do you call it, cervix, all the way through my torso. I was pretty sure. And then now, and then the pains kind of subsided, thankfully. So now I'm less certain. Now I think more like 15% chance. How do those differ from educational pain? Easy. Yamaneko-sama, educational pain does not exist. I don't even know what that is. That's not real. Good morning, Lethal K. Thank you for calling me Mom. Good morning, good Maxi Bot Cell. It's spiritual pain. Also, I'm not sure if the metastatic cancer was from not smoking cigarettes, but from imagining smoking cigarettes. Well, actually, I kept imagining what it would be like to be a vapor. I was like, wow, I want to start vaping. I think that would be really cool. Because, you know, the vapors, they come in like funny flavors with the different colors. I only seen the blue one. There's like a little light stick. I don't know. Okay, here's what I think. Explain to me if I'm wrong, right? I imagine something like um um a humidifier with essential oils that are like bubblegum and LED lights. Is that what vaping is like? Oh, it's gay. I'm gay too. Mm. Please don't start. Fine. Man in Tarso. Haven't hit it in 10 minutes. Thanks for reminding me. You know, it's because I saw that the leader of was it the Philippines or whatever? It was on a new. Did anybody else see this? I'm pretty sure it's one of those content mill posts that gets posted to Reddit over and over and over again. I don't think this is recent news, but he's like, I'm pretty sure it's like someone important, some like government correspondent or something, who is on a news television interview, and I guess he forgot that he was being recorded, so he goes to hit the vape. He goes to hit the vape, and then he really quickly like stops himself and puts it on the side like nobody saw it. Ah, but with nicotine. nicotine is a pretty word. Good morning, Omega Bleat. Good morning, Library Turtle. Morning, Midnight Voorhees. How you doing? Smoking, but for gamers. If you're a gamer, I'd recommend vaping over smoking. I'm not a gamer. Not a gamer. Although, I'm addicted to a mobile game that I've come to loathe. I actually really dislike and despise this stupid egg game, but every once in a while, I convince. No, it's not me. It's like every once in a while, I feel convinced, like I'm being mind warped, that well, maybe there's something cool in there for you to check out, little kitty. So then I download it again, and then I'm like, no, there's probably nothing good here. And then I get a couple of hits of dopamine, and then I leave disappointed, and I'm like, why am I wasting my life on this? Why is it so hard to quit? Why is it so hard to change? Is it hard to change for everyone, or is it just me? Actually, don't answer that, because it's gonna hurt my feelings. I also feel like certain things I struggle more with changing, and other things I struggle less with change. For example, since getting out of credit card debt, one significant change I've made is just leech maxing and not spending any money at all so that I don't end up accidentally racking up credit card debt again. But what I did is I took my debit card and my credit card from my wallet and I cut them with the scissors. Not all the way through, but like 3/4 of the way through. And then so I could still read the number if there's something I have to buy, like online. But otherwise, it's enough of an impediment that I'm just like, oh, I don't have money. I don't have money. Doesn't exist. Uh, demanding Alup. How are you? Alup. How are you? Yeah, it's a visible and tactical reminder. Is that the word I'm looking for? You could feel it with your fingertips. You could feel it with your hands. It's like very sharp because I don't know what they make the credit cards out of these days, but they're more yeah, tactile. They're thick. They're thick. You can still scan the chip. Oni-chan. I don't believe in chip scanning. I don't believe in chip scanning, and I don't believe in I don't believe in paying with a cell phone either. I know. That says a lot about me. I think I'm a Luddite. Um, every time you want to buy something, you must solve a two-piece puzzle. Yeah, exactly. I've like incorporated my own CAPTCHA problem into the purchase process, and it's worked miracles because let's see, it's December now. I would say this summer, so like maybe July, I wouldn't necessarily buy things every day, but at least once or twice a week. And I can say for certain, this month and last month, I don't think I bought anything at all. I don't think I purchased anything at all, except for like I do have bank fees and I have like bills or whatever, but not I didn't make any like consumer purchases. No, I can't. Greetings, Ast Taster 50. Oh, what a name. What a name. Meow. I do agree with you. Actually, no. CAPTCHA. So Exosip says CAPTCHA always makes me feel like a bot. it's so hard sometimes. I don't think that at all, actually. I was about to lie to you because I misread your message. CAPTCHA makes me feel like a lizard, right? It makes me feel like I don't have a developed brain and all I can experience are extreme emotions. Whenever I'm confronted with a CAPTCHA in the wild, I get this urge to light my laptop on fire. Or worse. Or worse. It's gotten so bad. I've already complained about Cloudflare, and I feel like I'm not allowed to complain about them more, although I do think they're ruining the internet, and I have to thank them for the recent outages because they're proving my point that they are ruining the internet. Ah, but yeah, I will. That's actually it. Oh, this is a perfect um analogy. Maybe it's like the same thing, or it's a parallel. So just like cutting my credit cards prevents me from spending money, CAPTCHAs prevent me from using particular websites. So for example, there was a while where I started using Perplexity AI more because I haven't used Google for years. DuckDuckGo started to really suck and shitify like maybe more than a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. They already started sucking, and then more and more they started sucking more and more, and I hate them so much. I hate them. So then I'm like, okay, I need, let me play with some like AI search, because at least with AI search, um like I don't even really go for the answers. I go for the sources, because sometimes you look something up and then it's all these, the paid SEO sites or the AI slop sites, whatever. And then I was using Find, Phind, but then they started to inshitify, and they started to pay gate good answers. They used to just give you like straight up blurbs answering your query. Like you ask, why is the sky blue? And then it gives you a little paragraph about why the sky is blue. And then they change from that simple, enjoyable system all the way to like giving first answering it with like paragraphs and paragraphs, and I'm like, look, nobody has time to read all of this. I'm not asking AI to scrape all these websites and regurgitate their, the information. I'm asking you to show me where I can find more information. But anyway, and then after they made it worse by making the answers longer, but then artificially cutting them off and then saying like, if you want to find out more, sign up for Find Pro. And I'm like, bitch, do I look like I'm made of money? I'm raging at the machine, and I don't need your permission, Fisty. I'll do it anyway. I'll do as much as I want, or as little as I want. Started using Brave, don't know how it, but it auto does captchas, very helpful. Oh, that's honestly, Alep, that's the first thing I've ever read about Brave that's made me actually want to use it. But isn't Brave Chromium? I don't know. Brave rubs me the wrong way, but I think I might have no choice but to start using it um in addition to some of my other browsers. Ryu, you talk as if yeah, there's nothing I can do to avoid eSIM. I'll just leave it at that. It's okay to be late. Good morning, the consultant. Good morning, QB. Why am I meow? I don't know what that means. I want to find out less. Oni-chan, yes, I do. Because like my throat hurts. My throat hurts. But um 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 I think I wasn't gonna go into this topic, but why, it's okay. It's okay. We go there together, right? So everybody in here watching right now is probably more or less aware that we are in the age of misinformation. How many of you agree? I don't think I'm saying anything groundbreaking here. I think we are in the age of misinformation because while on the one hand, it's probably historically never been easier to access more information ever before. Oni-chan, like Oni-chan mentioned in another stream, before there were way more gatekeeping measures of who like in terms of standards, credentialism, and authority. So like you could trust that someone with a certain set of whatever degrees, licenses, had a certain standard of knowledge or education or experience. And today there are less such requirements. So although we have almost unlimited access to information, we also have almost unlimited ability to share ideas, and it's not always the best and the brightest and the most well researched who are sharing their ideas. The other thing is that the more dense the information is, the more difficult it is to parse. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm an animal. I'm a lizard. So even though I have a tendency to like to read, I like reading books. I know that um probably one of the reasons why I end up on Reddit is because I like to read, but Reddit provides these like really short snippets. Same thing with Twitter for me to read that require less processing, but are probably destroying my brain and my attention. Anyway. It's always been easy to make misinformation. Now it's easier to share information, true or false. I mean, QB the liar, it's right in your name, right? Has it always been easy to make misinformation? I mean, I guess. I don't think that's true though. I do agree that okay, I'm not trying to be contentious just for the point of contending. I do agree that it's much easier to share information, but again, like education and literacy are relatively like new inventions in the history of mankind, right? Like, if we're talking about the thousands, the tens of thousands of years that Homo sapiens have probably walked this earth, um, language, writing, reading were not the guarantees. Right? They weren't guaranteed. So, and I'm saying that as a positive, by the way. Isn't it such a great privilege that all of us here can read and write? Commanding a manual v corporate entity. Also, by the way, if you're a lurker who doesn't have the ability to read or write, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be uninclusive. I was just saying words. Meow, meow, meow. Mounting Bongai, mounting SD Kong. What about homos? You know, the basics. Mounting Captain Panda. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Making misinformation has been around since society's creation. Listen to a local shaman tell you how girl refused his companionship as a witch. It's only been a main issue with news and mounting Omega Bleak. Yeah, actually I'm not arguing against that either. Is there a difference between misinformation and manipulation though? Because I think okay, there's definitely some sort of Venn diagram going on here. There are people who misinform intentionally, knowing that they are misinforming others because they want to deceive or they want to take advantage of a situation in some way. But I think that's like a different order of thinking than the present day, when I do genuinely believe there are people who are spreading misinformation because they believe in that information, not because they haven't they don't have, not because they want to deceive. But yeah, if we go by your example though, you're right. Okay, bye. Thank you for stopping by. This information is knowingly misleading. Thank you, random passerby. That's probably what I was looking for. I want to do this stream, but my throat hurts. Man. 1 second. Yeah, I know that. I know personally that Google search rather than own, I wouldn't just skip to censoring, but like they definitely have for a long time changed their algorithms to prefer recommending certain domains over others. Learn sign language. I have no hands. I only have paws. And don't get your information from a cat nurse if the cat nurse is a fraud. Just saying. Stop sucking so much cock then. I shouldn't say this out loud. I had a thought in the shower today, right? I don't think I have a good personality, and that won't be a surprise to anyone who watches me regularly. I'm a terrible human being. I struggle with getting along with people. So I was thinking about, yeah, what if I was born in a more primitive kind of small colony, right? And then I did something blasphemous and what the outcome would be. And then I was like, yeah, if I was born in I was thinking, I hate my life. I hate everyone around me. If I was born in a different time, I could just say like, fuck all of you. And then they would kill me and rape me. But then I was thinking about it and I'm like, would that be that bad though? Wait, hear me out. Would it be that bad? Because like, now, I'm not condoning or encouraging rape of others. Please, please, please don't misunderstand. This is not what I'm saying. I'm talking about me personally because and then it changed my mind on feminism. Like, this is in the shower today. I was thinking about this. Listen, if I got raped, at least I would be I wouldn't be touch starved. And also, I want to die, but the only thing preventing me is that I don't want to die painfully, and there's no easy way or clean way to die guaranteed painlessly. And I'm not looking for recommendations, by the way. Do not write anything like that. I don't think you're allowed to share that kind of information. So I was thinking, they would make the job easy for me. 'Cause like I was thinking like if a stranger walked up to me and was like, "Hey, kitty cat. Hey, kitty cat. Um, do you like your life? I got a pill that you could take, and it'll be really quick and painless. And it's like you either take the pill or you don't, right? And there's no coercion." And I was thinking to myself, damn, I would take that pill in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even have to think about it. I wouldn't even have to think about it. And then, what was the other part of this? I lost track of my thoughts. Um, move on. I'm gonna talk about the other thing. Oh yeah, the reason why this changed my view on feminism is because the fact that I had those thoughts made me realize just how lonely I am. The fact that I literally thought to myself, oh, maybe I would prefer getting raped because then someone would touch me. That's a terrible thing to think. And that's like not like it's, you know what I mean? It's like rock bottom. That's like is that not, can it get lower than that? I don't know. I don't want to know really. But I started thinking that like sex workers are not just arguably necessary, but they're even good. I've changed my mind. I am now, I've never been staunchly like anti whore or anything like that, especially like OnlyFans and stuff, whatever. But now I think I'm like leaning to like more than neutral, slightly positive because I think it's sad to feel so lonely that you desire pain in order to have human touch or companionship. And if these people are offering it, exactly, at least they get hugged. Exactly. Would you, or would it give you comfort by having it on standby? Um, Max Acre, that was the point that I thought about. I'm like, would I keep it around or no? I think I would take it immediately. Which again, this doesn't. I'm not gonna end my life or anything. You can chill. You can relax. But what I'm trying to say is that it alerted me that I should probably change some things about my life so that I don't feel this way, because I think it's pretty bad to feel this way or something. Um it's better to live. Certainly life can be so hard with all the bad moves and bad words. Yeah. I don't know. I think it could be better to live, but I don't think it necessarily is. That's how they get all the sad kids hooked on opioids. Yep. Yep, it could have been me in other worlds. I'm glad it wasn't. But yeah. You're gonna get a prostitute? LDTGX. No, that's not what I meant. But I won't look down on them anymore. This is really sad, by the way. This is really sad that this is what it took for me to like really find the humanity in them. Because really, before, I thought it was all a cope. I thought it was like, well, sex sells, it's the easiest thing to do, whatever, it's the oldest profession, whatever, whatever, whatever. But now I think deeper than that, like, um, I'm not saying that anyone owes someone else touch, but if someone is offering touch as a service, I feel like I don't feel like that has to be necessarily harmful. It's like massage therapy. It's like a psychologist or counselor. It's like a physician. It's like having a mother, but just with like extra steps, right? And less and extra steps and no blood relation. Have a hobby, flex your skills is a much better alternative. I don't have any skills. Do it in the anime way. Have toast in your mouth and run into an attractive guy. What is? I don't think. Anyway, Their entertainers aren't even necessarily good at their craft. I mean, I don't know. I haven't investigated. This is one of the worst tangents you've gone on. I don't think so, Oni-chan. Is it that bad? I look down on them. I think it's harmful for everyone involved. I understand the incentive is attractive. But okay, so I want to add, I want to investigate that a little bit, if you let me, right? I'm not saying that overall OF and things like that are a net positive on society or that they are free of all harm. Because I'm not sure. I actually, no, that's disingenuous. I'm sure that that's not true. I think in an ideal world, everyone would have someone. I think in the best version of our universe, of our world, not the universe is too big. In the best version of our world, I think everyone would have someone. But the reality is that that's just not real life, and I don't think that's true. And so, in the event that there is not someone for everyone, so the people who don't have anyone have to be lonely? So they have to be devoid of intimacy and touch and flirtation or whatever? And I don't know the answer, but I don't know. I tend towards the side of life is finite. We're all gonna die someday. If you know, if sharing a woman with many other men makes you feel a slightly happier, maybe that's not the worst thing in the world. Man, I'm bored and bothered just talking about prostitution casually on stream today. It's a stupid thing to say to a crowd of people. But Oni-chan, it's so liberating to be able to say it because there are a series of possible outcomes. It could be that only I'm like the one weirdo in this whole universe who's ever thought of something so horrendous. And if that's the case, me saying it out loud is pretty interesting. Like, you know, in this sort of like observing an animal in the zoo kind of way. What I suspect, however, is that I'm not the only one who gets dark, intrusive thoughts. I don't even know if you can call them intrusive, but they kind of feel intrusive because I didn't invite them. They just show up. They just show up like poof, like pop-ups in my brain. I don't think I'm the only one that has stuff like that. So, and then also definitely, I don't think a lot of people are talking about it if they do. So, I don't know, whatever. If you hate me talking about such things, you don't have to watch me. And also, I'm gonna die in less than 13 months, so you'll be fine. Man, he's taking diff. Why don't we start the stream then? Good morning. Good afternoon. And good night to all the kitty cats in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, thank you for watching Love Talk with Mrs. Moonson. I also have to say to all the wolves and puppies in the crowd, awoo! Where's Mama? I feel like Mama would howl at the moon with me. Was that weird? Imagine this is your first moon stream and you're just like, what the fuck is happening right now? Oh, woo! Thank you, kitty cats. You guys are so good. Anyway, so you all know what this means. I don't have to explain it to you, but for those of you who are new here, it's time. Commanding Bilk, how are you doing today? Oh yeah, definitely, Oni-chan. This one is a straight to Patreon. By the way, don't sign up to my Patreon. I hate the platform. Patreon sucks. Patreon is terrible. Every time I have to log into that site, it's regrettable for me. But I did it because of social pressure. It's hard to explain. I don't have enough time because I've already gone 5 minutes over time in stream, but man. Anyway, the blood moon has arrived. If you know, you know. If Max Acre, if you still have that spreadsheet, here's another data point for the spreadsheet. Can you use Subscribe Star? It's a little better than Patreon. I've heard of Subscribe Star, but I've only seen like NSFW artists on there. So I'm not sure. Do they have regular people on there? Where's the 13-month prognosis coming from? Someone on Odyssey commented that my voice sounds different. Also, I've been having increasing amounts of like throat pain, feeling dry, even though I think I drink a lot of water, and I just have to constantly cough, and so yeah. Also, I started having physical pain all over my body, and I'm tired a lot of the time. And sometimes when I'm streaming, I get really dizzy and then I pass out. I didn't forget about you, Bill Blick. I said welcome back, didn't I? I didn't forget you. Anyway, Patreon started banning random people. Subscribe Star doesn't ban randomly. YouTubers use it too. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'll check it out. I can't even sign up. Their payment system sucks. Yeah, I agree. Down with Patreon. This got off topic. There's no anime today. I'm not watching anime. I'm watching more of the Demystify Sci podcast, which actually is not related, guys. So I did listen to something today. Oh man, what was the episode about? I forget what number. It was episode number 300 and something. It was about the intentional ending of civilization, right? As like that's like the overarching premise, but the building blocks had to do with feminism. How it's the feminists' fault. It's the fault of women that society is going to collapse. They're doing it on purpose. They're exerting what do you call it? Reproductive repression or something about reproductive competition. Something. Anyway, guys, I'm joking kind of. Wow. Anyway, that was unrelated is what I'm saying. I had the shower thoughts before I listened to that stream. I should have watched rerun instead. More frequent math content. Ryu, thank you for mentioning that. Also, hello, Kanan. Good morning. I do intend to add more. See what I did there? I'm gonna add more math content to the streams for sure. I was thinking about what day would be more appropriate because I've noticed a trend with myself where like some days of the week I'm really excited for the stream, and then other days I'm much less excited. So I think those days that need more excitement, I will just do math. Women used to put a white rose on men to tell other women not to reproduce with them. Yeah. It was about like ignore my name. Okay, good morning anyway. It was also about like how women bully each other and like they try to sabotage each other. Guys, I don't want to go into it because I don't have time. But it was honestly, it wasn't even that interesting. To be totally honest with you, it gave me flashbacks to my last workplace experience where I was working in a place with like other women, and immediately my very first day there, they formed like a clique against me, and they were like making fun of me and making me feel like an outcast. And that, as well as this video, also reminded me of my childhood, because that happened a lot, where I was frequently ostracized from the group and singled out, and I used to think it's because I'm a loser, nobody likes me or something, even though I know I'm really cool. Nobody liked me, I'm really cool. Anyway, but then I started thinking, maybe it was because they felt threatened by me and they thought I was their competition. Is that a cope? Is that a cope? I will leave this alone. Question of the day. I'm really upset that we don't get to talk about this more, but here's the question of the day. Can we make it a poll, please? Are clocks social control? Yes or no? Do you think the invention of clocks is a measure of social control? Is that what it's for? Is that the intended purpose? Or whether it's intended or not, you know? And yeah, I'm gonna say yes. The clock owns me. I agree. It owns most of us. It owns not all of us, but most of us. If we live in a society. Man, I would love to talk about this for another, 45 minutes, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna leave because this stream is already too long. Where is the quote of the day? I hid it in my downloads folder. Oh, there you are. Oh, there you are. Here's the quote from Metaphyste. You don't need their approval, okay? I don't need your approval. Stop telling me what to do. You're not my dad. You're not the one that cheated on my mom and abandoned the family. But I was just a little girl who really, really missed you and liked you a lot. Why'd you do that, Dad? Why'd you leave me, Dad? I'm a VTuber now, Dad. This is all your fault. Look at this. Another woman refusing to take accountability for her own life, blaming her father, who just didn't want to pay child support. Good night, Kanan. Thank you for loving me. At least you're not on the stripper pole. Didn't I tell that story? Out of context, that sounds really terrible. No, I've never been a stripper, but when I was a preteen, I wanted to be one. I gotta go. Bye. The stream is over. Thanks for hanging out. No idea what I talked about. This is definitely not going up on YouTube. But I don't know. I wanted to get it off my chest. I wanted to share it with someone. So thank you guys for being my safe space. I better download this VOD very quickly because someone's gonna report me, probably for talking about rape. Bye, kitty cats. Have a good day. Love you. Bye.